I'm not trying to be funny. Intuitive Divine Journey. Thank you for your love, your likes, your subscriptions. I just got off a call, a hearing, and I don't even know who this guy name was. It's not important, but it was a lady. She was a congressman, and she was talking about frozen water and how they were abusing people and whatever the case was. So this guy gets on and he was talking about, we need to thank our, police officers and this, and, how they go home and some of them. But then they were talking about those who were, he was a real narcissist. He was going in, and I said, hold up. And Christy was talking about, this, no documentation, no. And Spirit was talking heavy as a prophetess. Retired Homeland Security, retired DHS, and and some other, certification on top of certification. Let me tell you something. They want to take, let me tell you something. I kept hearing kicking and screaming in the 5D, trying to look into your eyes, all this stuff, globs and clobs of hair. I'm telling you, these files, it's the same old thing. The Spirit said, hang up. They don't want to deal with it. 400 years. Spirit's higher self said, look, there's nothing to argue about. I said what I said. And Spirit said, this is the problem. They don't want to listen. They're going to have to listen. Spirit said, 400 years, you have 160 years or less, 167. 7. White people, Caucasians, racist Caucasians, you are being put out of America. You're terrified. You don't know where to go. This is the deep, dark, this is their higher, lower self. This is the problem. They're being kicked out of America. Long story short, over time, because I kept hearing get out. Dual mission, dual citizenship. Indians were on the land first. They came over, stole Africans, transatlantic slave trade, drop people off different places, whatever. These are your options to go back to you. Because I'm here, I don't know where to go, I don't know who I am. You didn't do your DNA. Your options are Austria, Belgium, Croatia, Cyprus, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, Portugal, Slovenia, and Spain. But I heard the top ones were Ireland, Scotland, but I heard Dutch. And I'm hearing people, what? This is higher self, because it's full, full Neptune energy, strength, 8. Because I kept hearing, and I made a correction. I went live last night into this morning, because I kept hearing encourage yourself, but I kept saying Donald Lawrence. I kept getting his ancestors heavy. Chicago, Baltimore, Dallas, all of those key cities. I kept getting Youngkin. I kept getting a deputy because of the data centers, the phones, all those. My ancestors heavy because they were trying to comfort those heavy hitter people. Yeah, this is like the ultimate message, because I'm hearing all this stuff like get out, because I kept hearing get out. Yeah, because they kept going back to, people kept, coming to the homeland, and this is, And Spirit was like, we're not going to argue. It's nothing to argue about, because I'm seeing back and forth, indecisive liars. This is the problem. Other countries don't even want China, Saudi Arabia, 9/11, you're responsible for, because Tom Ridge. This is how we're going to, these are the, hey, FEMA, get in, get out. Liars, because I can see a lie from a mile away. Set up, we get in, we get out. You're not we don't want to hear mouth diarrhea. Here, this is the budget. 5 million went to this. 10 million, we have IT. This. You come in, you want to argue with, you have a problem with a racist. So the people who are racist, get out. These are your options. Pick a country. If not, we'll give you one. You have a problem with African American people giving you instructions, but it doesn't matter. These are the instructions. If not, you're being deported. We have dual citizenship. It's nothing to argue about. And those who are tan, this shit, because I'm seeing makeup, cosmetologists. Yeah. You're upset because of our gifts. And we're Israelites. Because we've been giving to Israel our money. So we have a problem with that. So we're getting our millions too. Yeah, because it doesn't. Money is energy. Money is a spirit. See, yeah, spiritual cord, stolen terms, stolen identity, stolen online. Yeah, because God is just coming through and sweeping through the city. Shirley Caesar, you stole her money. You stole her. You stole her money. You stole her, try to steal her identity, stole her songs, Clive Davis. Because I'm gonna tell you something else. Timberland stealing beats. Yeah. Missy Elliott, I'm seeing all of that. Because State Farm, something with my grandmother, when something happened with her home, my cousin, that's a minister, Pee Wee. Yeah. Because something that went down because of something else that went down. Hidden treasure. All I'm gonna say is food up in the holler. If you know, you know. I wrote it up. I was able to get them the payout back then, 6 figures, divided into 5. And see, it was shared then, so everybody got a cut. So to think they were gonna cut me out and this person take the legacy, God is not forgotten. So Book of Acts, I wanted to talk about that real quick, and I'm gonna go into it. We were talking about it last night when Saul and Paul were arrested for they said we were doing spell work. They said, the snake, they were going to be arrested because they said, oh, these people are cultists. They're part of a circus. These people are getting arrested. Because they're trying to say, oh, you're part of Wicca. Nah, these people are part of Wicca. These part of occultism. They've been doing occultism in Congress all this time. So now I'm seeing the Beltway Bandit. I was talking about it last night. So now these people are being exposed. You were part of a person that was trying to clear and cleanse so people can awaken. They see what's going on. They don't want you to know that you have 1,000 cattle on a hill. It all belonged to God. This land belonged to God. You got to clean it up. So if not, they want you to get out. So those are your choices. www.intuitivedivinejourney.com. Get your products, get your services. Doesn't download here to be on YouTube because you invented what? The phones. Black people came over here and got this country started. So that's how it's going to be. So you're not going to talk about who comes in our country, who comes into our land, our property, and then you charge people for, I'm seeing taxes and all this stuff. So you have to pay for all of that. So the great leaders that were leaders and part of the tribes, I'm seeing Nigeria and Ghana, all of that we have our DNA, they were offed. So if you get to talking too much, and that's what they would do, because our throats are already cut. They were already cancer, all that stuff. We've overcome that. They were hoping they weren't going to come back. They came back. So God is amazing. Every time we get hit, we just keep rising. Every time. That's why we're close to spirit. The different gifts. Just saying. So it's so much more because I'm seeing they got to praising the Lord. Every time we come back, we know to give God praise. Every day we start our morning, we're like, okay, God, which way do you have me go? Which way do you want me to do? The lies, but there's no documentation. There's no proof. All year, you had all year to provide proof. You had all year to provide documentation. It's still lies. God said, that's it. So we're going to end the year. We're going to get rid of it. Thank you so much. I love you. God, we did what God told us to do. The prophet and the prophetess. You know you're not honored, but you will be respected. Take care. All is well.